Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to draft your underburst corset using your pattern paper. So trust me guys, you would want to watch this video to the end as I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to cut your underburst corset. So guys, before that, let's go on a short break. Come back guys. So like I said earlier that I'm going to be showing you how to cut your underbust corset. Yes, how to cut your underbust corset. Now I'm going to be starting the illustration. So I'm going to be needing my tape rule, my bra cups, my paper tape, scissors and ruler with my marker. So now I wrote out my guideline already where I'm going to be starting from. Then as you can see in the video, I mean in the picture of the underbust corset, that it has a button at the front. It has a button at the front. That's why I'm going to be measuring 1 inches. I'm going to be leaving 1 inches allowance. I'm going to be leaving 1 inches allowance straight up. I'm going to be leaving 1 inches allowance. That is going to be for the button that is at the front. Then after that, I'm going to be rolling it. Although I'm still going to cut this away, but I want it to be straight. That's why I'm rolling it from the top. If your underbust corset doesn't have a button at the front, you don't need to measure these 1 inches. I hope you guys understand. Now I'm going to be measuring my my shoulder. My shoulder is 7.5. My shoulder is 7.5. Then after that, I'm going to come here to measure 1.5, which is going to be for the shoulder slope. That's for the slant. Maybe you guys can see, don't mind my pattern paper that is coming down like this. Then after that, I'm going to measure my bust point. I'm going to measure my bust point. So right now my bust point is this, it from here. My bust point is 9 inches. Then I'm going to mark my 9 inches. As you guys can see, so my other bust is 12.5 inches and my normal length I'm using is 18, but with 1 inches allowance I'm going to be using to fold it, making 19 inches. Then after that, I'm going to roll that straight. I'm going to be rolling it straight. Make sure that your hand is straight here, over here. Then this place also, I'm going to roll it. Then after that, I'm going to label it. This is my underbust. This is my BP, which is my bust point, and this is my normal length. Then after this, I'm going to use paper tape to just hold this place that is that keeps coming up. I hope you guys understand. Then I'm going to just use it to hold it to save me the stress. Then after that, I'm going to come here to measure my my armhole. So my armhole is 8 inches. My armhole is 8 inches over here. Then I'm going to measure 8 inches. And after that, I'm going to measure 0.5 inches in. 0.5 inches in. If you have your cuff ruler, you can actually use it here to rule it in. Then I'm using free hand, just going to make sure that this is actually cuff. Then I want you guys to know this. You are going to measure your nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple measurement is actually 4 inches. Then I'm going to measure my 4 inches plus is my 4 inches plus half inches, make it 4.5, which is going to be for the dart. I hope you guys understand. Then after that, I'm going to rule this straight. Then I'm going to measure 1 inches in here for the dart, 1 inches in here also. Then I'm going to connect the points together. I hope you guys understand what I'm doing. Then after that, I'm going to come here to measure 1 inches, which is going to be for the middle of the underbust corset. I'm just going to be needing 1 inches. So this is my 1 inches right here, then my 1 inches right here. Then I'm going to rule it straight. You guys understand what I'm doing. I'm going to just rule this straight. I hope you guys remember that the reason why I do this is because of the button that is at the front. Then after this, I'm going to measure my body circumference. So my body circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inches. Actually, my body measurement divided by 4 is 8.5. Then I'm going to come to my underbust. That is for my waist, and it's actually 7.5. Then here I want it to be fitted. That's why I'm going to be using 7.5 as well here. Then I'm going to add my 1 inches allowance here. So my 1 inches allowance straight down. My 1 inches allowance. Then after that, I'm going to be connecting the points together. And you guys can see what I'm doing. Then now I'm going to bring my cup, my corset. Then I'm going to place it right here. I'm going to place it right here. You make sure that you place it very well so that it won't be giving you stress. Then this is it. Then after that, I'm just going to be using my hand to trace this in. So you're going to use your hand to just trace this in. So you make sure that you trace it and it won't be shifting. Trace it very well. You can see that my bust cup is sitting right under this side, under the other bust, like it's sitting on the under bust, I mean. Then you just rule this. Then if you when you reach here, you just straight it like this. Then I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Then you just straight this like this. So now it is ready. Then right now I'm going to be cutting it. So you make sure that you are careful right here. Then you come here. I want you to also know this side. You come here to cut your armhole as well. Cut your armhole as well. Maybe you guys can see what I'm doing. So right now, I have my corset. You can see that the middle, if you notice that the middle is big, it is because I'm going to be cutting this and I'm going to be placing my button right in front of this side. Then after this, I want you to note that I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to come back to that. Then after this place, you can see that in the picture that my the neckline is in a V shape, it is slant. Then I'm just going to come here to measure what I want here, like to take what I actually want here. Then I'm just going to be slanting it. I can just measure from here to here. You can just measure what I want here. Maybe I want 4.5. You can go as far as measuring 4 or 4.5. I'm just going to be using 4.5 because I want it to be slant. That's why I want 4.5. Then here I'm just going to slant it. Then after that, I'm going to cut it right here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Then it is getting ready. So this side is going to actually be for this. I hope you guys can see it. And this side is going to actually be for this side. Maybe you guys can see what I'm doing. It is going to be in a V shape. But before that, I'm not yet done. I'm just going to use this to cut my back. I'm going to use it to cut my back. So I'm going to be using this as my back. I'm just going to measure 1.5 for my zipper allowance. For my zipper allowance is 1.5. 1.5. Then I'm going to measure 1.5 as well here. Then after that, I'm going to rule it. So I'm just going to label it zipper. Then after this, just like I did in the front, I'm going to measure my shoulder, which is 7.5, and I'm going to as well come here to measure my 1.5, which is going to be for the slope. Then I'll measure 3 here as well, which is going to be for the slope. I hope you can understand. And before that, I forgot to measure my 0.5 inches, which is for the guide. I hope you guys understand. Which is for the guideline. Then I'm going to just quickly measure that. Then after that, I'm going to slant this as well. Then now I'm going to measure my armhole, which is 8 inches, and I'm going to be ruling it straight. Then I just going to rule it like this. Then after that, I'm going to measure my normal measurement, which is my bust circumference divided by 4, which gave me 8.5, and my waist circumference divided by 4, which gave me 7.5. And I'll just come here to measure my normal length for the dress, which I said it is 19 plus the allowance. So I'm going to rule it. You guys understand what I'm doing? It's just step by step. You're going to get it. Then after that, I'm going to measure my normal circumference here as well, which is 7.5. Then I'm going to add my 1 inches allowance. 1 inches allowance as well. 1 inches allowance. Then I'm going to rule this. Connect the point together. I'm just going to measure 0.5 inches in here, 0.5 inches which is I'm going to be using my free handle for the armhole. Don't mind my my drawing. Then after that, you are going to come here to measure your normal dart. So which is my nipple to nipple, which gave me 4 inches. Then my normal underburst, which is 12.5. Then I'm going to come here to rule it as well. Then I'm going to rule this straight. Then I'm going to come here to measure my my half. Okay, I'm going to rule this as well. Then I'm going to come here to measure my 1 inches in, then my 1 inches out. Then after that, I will connect the points together. That is serving as my dart. So now, what I'm going to be doing is to cut it out. This is for my back. I hope you guys remember that. Then I'm going to cut the guideline over here. Then when I'm holding it on, when I'm cutting it on my fabric, I'm just going to pieces this into two. I hope you guys remember, which is going to serve as my zipper allowance. I'm going to cut it into two. Now you guys understand, this is it. Already cut it into two. Then I'm going to measure the neckline that I want here. Maybe it is round that you want, or you want as low as you want. You can just measure what you want here. Even if it is round, 4 corner, anyone you want, you just measure it here. Then I'm just going to be using round, which is, I don't want it to be too low. I'm going to be using 1.5 here. Then I'm going to come here to measure what I want. You know that in the front bodies I use 4.5. I'm going to come here as well to use 4.5. Then after that, I'm going to just rule this a little bit. Then I'm going to connect this together. Then I'm going to use freehand to like cuff it. I hope you guys understand. Then I'm going to cut it. I'm going to be cutting it right here. I tape this down in order to save me the stress of the pattern paper, which is should I say that it's flying up. So then I'm going to come here. You remember that this is the neckline for the front bodies. You come here to measure like half inches or 1 inches. So I'm going to measure 1 inches, which is going to serve as my slash and spread method. I hope you guys understand. I'm coming, you guys understand what I'm saying right here. Then I'm just going to measure 1 inches right here. 1 inches round. To measure 1 inches round. So I'm going to come back to see if it is actually 1 inches round. Then after that, I'm going to be cutting it. I'm going to be cutting. You can as well come here to measure 1 inches, 1 inches, 1 inches till you are done. 1 inches. Then after that, I'm just going to cut it, which is going to serve as my slash. I'm going to cut from the middle first, my slash and spread method. Then you cut it straight. You can just cut as much as you want, so that the pleating is going to be full. If you want the pleating to be full, you can measure half inches. It depends on what you actually want. So right now I'm done cutting it. Then after that, I'm going to be using this newspaper as my fabric. Then I'm going to come down here to tape it also. Then I'm going to be spreading it. I'm just going to be spreading it. you know that it is 2. I'm just going to fold it into 2. Then I'm going to be using my paper tip to actually spread it as much as I want. As much as you want, you can spread it as much as you want. Then after that, I'm just going to be spreading it. I'm going to spread it as much as I want it to be pleated. You make sure that you tape this down. So I'm going to tape it straight. Tape it as much. You tape this as well because you don't want it to be folding. Then I'm going to tape this as well. Hope you guys can see what I did here. Then I'm going to be cutting it like this. I'm just going to be cutting it as spread. Then I'm going to come in to cut it as spread as you can see. So you make sure that this place is round. So I hope you guys understand what I did here. Then after this, I already have my neckline. So now I'm going to cut this. I'm going to pieces it into 2, which is going to serve as where the button is placed. Hope you guys can see it. Then I'm just going to fold it in, just like the 1 inches that you have here. You fold it. You make sure that you fold it in. You can see that I'm done taping my front for this. As you can see that this is going to be serving as my button allowance. I'm just going to I'm going to insert my button right here. Then I folded in my newspaper which serves as my fabric. Then I'm just going to be placing it right here. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing, and you make sure that you place it well so that it won't be shifting or won't be set into each other's. So right now, as you can see that this came out well. Then this is my back. I'm just going to place it at the back. Thank you guys for watching and staying tuned. If this is your first time, please remember to subscribe. And on to my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. This actually made my day. I just see that my subscribers are really increasing. If you haven't subscribed, just subscribe and press the bell for more notification. If you have any question, just drop it in the comment section. Until the next time, I remain your girl artist. Bye.